Hey family, welcome to the Love You More show. And do me a favor, hit that little notification bell, okay? Make sure that you click that on to make sure that you never miss an episode. And of course, make sure throughout the show you like, share, and you comment. I do hope you enjoy this show, and I'm looking forward to it. It's coming up next, flat out.
Next on the Love You More show.
I disqualify myself so many times, bro.
That's real.
I should be divorced 3 times by the same woman for the things I've done and the positions I put us in, right?
So is it like gospel groupies at 16?
Yeah, this gospel group is at 50. I'm 50. They still out here.
I mean, you coming for the Lord.
They still out here, Doc. They got needs. Kirk came in and became a huge mentor for me.
Kurt Franklin.
Kirk Franklin.
Wow.
Yes, it's too little to actually be like a big mentor. But I ain't gonna lie, as bad as some decisions I've made, I wouldn't change a thing.
Love you more.
Hey family, Willie Moore Jr. here, and welcome to another amazing Love You More show. You know it only gets better and better every single week. Shout out to the thousands upon thousands of people who watched last week, and we're now over 155,000 subscribers as it stands. Now, if you watch this in the next 3 months, we'll probably be over 1.2. But today, we happy for the 155,000. Come on, somebody. Family, of course, you know, whenever I get an opportunity to sit down with greatness, I'm always excited. The man that I get a chance to sit down with today, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably one of the most hilarious artists that I've ever met, but probably one of the most angelic voices of our time. You're gonna find out who he is the moment that you do what I need you to do right now. Come on, do it. You know what I want you to do. Say it with me. Subscribe. Come on, somebody. You felt that right there in your shot now on the right side, didn't you? Okay, go ahead. Subscribe. And now I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about. I call him literally one of the most service-driven men in gospel music. There's so many people out there with the voice that he has who could never sing background, who could never not just be the front man. But I think he's always winning because he's always serving. You're going to learn a lot more about him. The one and only Isaac Carree is hanging out with me now. What's going on, champ?
Boy, you brought me up, boy.
Hey, listen.
I was looking around like, who he talking about, Doc?
No, I mean, honestly, when I watch you, so I went out to LA and I went to the family reunion tour.
Yes, sir.
Isaac Carree, right there, serving. I was like, y'all gonna give him a mic? They gave him a mic for a little while. I'm like, we need more Ike. But I was like, oh, Ike must be serving. Went to the Maverick City tour. Who did I see? Isaac Carree. I'm like, you can give him a mic, give him some more. He can handle this whole thing. And then that night, they actually gave you the mic, so because I went twice, and then you did your thing, tore the house down. And then I often see you serving James Fortune. Fortune's talent.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like Isaac Carree's. Yeah. But you served that vision. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know why this dude gonna always be all right? Because he don't got a problem with serving people visions and bringing some extra spice to it. So I honor and appreciate it, champ.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
You said it better than I can say it, man. I think service is the currency to God giving you more.
Yeah.
No pun intended. More. M-O-R-E or M-O-O-R-E.
Yeah.
It don't matter more, man. It's just like, I've always been a servant, man. I came into my career serving. Started with John P. Key, Men of Standard. I was always with people. So when I went solo, that was a challenge for me because I never really wanted to be by myself.
Yeah.
You know, I never really wanted to be by myself. So I had to obey God. I did that and it worked out, but I never wanted to let go. I think sometimes people feel like, oh, I elevated when I got by myself. I feel like I was able to grow still hanging out with other people like James and Todd and Kirk and whomever else. So I'm here for it. And then, you know, I like a good check.
So
if you can checkmate me, I'll show up on you real quick.
Hey, hanging out with Isaac Carree. I don't know if you had the opportunity to see the show, but we like to do icebreakers.
Yes.
And our icebreaker is actually music. And so in this particular setting,
get my voice right.
This is a time when we get an opportunity to watch a video.
Okay.
This one is when I was challenged in counseling to go back to the funeral of my brother who had passed. And I had to go revisit that moment because I just skated over it. Check this video out.
Is there anybody out there ever lost a loved one like me? Oh God, is there anybody out there ever lost a friend like me? Oh God, there anybody out there who needs to forgive God like me?
Let's keep it real. Last question.
Is there anybody out there, cried itself to sleep like me? Oh God, go too soon. I know how you feel. Those feelings are real.
Talk to him.
Everybody got an encouraging word. Y'all know how many I heard that ain't really working for me.
Can I just keep it real with y'all today?
Spent all this time on the grind. Should've been with you spending time, but I was busy working. Oh, life is more than working. Since you have been gone, it's just been so lonely round here. But I know there is a God. Lord knows I'm trying my best to hold back my tears. You're gone. What I wouldn't do to bring you back here. But I know that is impossible. My heaven awaits. My only request to God is save room for me. Oh, save some room. Just a little room for me.
Name of the song, Save Room for Me. Still hanging out with the one and only Isaac Carree. You're such a great man. But I want to talk about the woman who's by your side, who helped you become the man. Pastor Wilson.
Yeah.
Tell me about the woman that I never had the opportunity to meet.
Oh man, that video about took me out of here. I was
Yeah.
like, Ian, please, Ian, please.
Yeah.
Man, it just brought back those memories, man. Like, that's an amazing song. You hear wedding songs, you
Yeah.
hear birthday songs. You don't hear songs that people do that really deal with grieving and losing a loved one, friend, family member, parent, wives, spouse, whatever. That's strong, man. My mama is the blueprint. God created me, of course, and I give God all the credit. I think that goes without saying. But my mama, before any artist, before any opportunity, before any door, before anybody passed me a mic, it was my mama. It was her, the way she reared me, the way she made me sing, the way she saw in me what I didn't see in myself. And losing her was one of the greatest, it was one of the greatest setbacks of my life, man. It really made me grow up. It's like it's been almost like a year and a half now that she's been gone. And it's not a day that goes by where it's like I live this moment. I live every moment like, mama, as if I didn't do it, but I live every moment like I'm gonna make you proud. I'm blessed to say that she got a chance to see a lot of my career. Of course, she heard me sing. I got a chance to feature on one of Minister Standard's albums before. But the older I get, the more I miss her, the more I need her, the more I'm like, I wish I could call her and tell her this and share this moment with her. So it's a hole in my heart that I don't want to feel, and no one else can fill it. And I'm cool with that hole being there, because I'm not sad. I went to the grieving process. I went to counseling.
Okay.
So I've dealt with all that, and it's still a process. But the hole is, I want to leave this hole specifically because it reminds me of the imprint that she had on my life, bro. It's like, and I think when people try to fill it with other things, whether it's work, staying busy, other people, it kind of tries to make it feels like it makes the moment fade.
Yeah.
I want it to be very vivid who she is and who she was and who she'll always be in my life.
Yeah.
So this was crazy that you started with Save Room for Me.
Yeah.
Save Room for Me, right?
Yeah.
And that song and listen to those words and my eyes started sweating a little bit because that's the sentiment of what you go through when it's like she wouldn't come back now if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bring her back no matter what I tried to do.
Mhm.
So you have to make peace with the fact that they're gone.
Yeah.
But boy, every day
Yeah.
I live my life like, bro, my mama. And really, nobody can really faze me anymore. Losing your mama, it's like my mama gone.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't got to impress nobody.
Got it.
I'm good. It's my mom. So I try to make wiser decisions. I try to think as if, what would I do if my mama was here?
Yeah.
And it keeps me centered. It keeps me focused. But that's my girl, man. And she means the world to me. So every time I sing, actually, my new song, I don't know if it would be out by the time this comes or not, but I channeled my mom in this song, and as I'm getting older, Willie, I'm starting to sound like her when I sing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like when I let my wife hear it, she was like, you sound like Nancy. You sound like your mama.
Yeah.
And I was like, I do. And it's the weirdest thing ever. So she'll always be with me and I'm never going to let her legacy die. And it means the world to me. So thank you for that question, man.
Man, I wanted to just find that because sometimes you see these amazing artists, and as I was doing my research, I was just like, wow, like his mom really was a catalyst in my lane. Whether it was radio, music, all of that, like just a beacon of hope. And sometimes we stand on the shoulders of giants.
100%.
And so I wanted to take this moment to let you know that we celebrate your mom, we celebrate the life of her, and we celebrate you, because without her, like the edginess that I get the opportunity to walk in, she was edgy in her edgy days. Like,
100%.
What is she doing? She took the slack of what, I don't have to take. So I just wanted to send my appreciation to you and your mom. But I also want to talk about like influential men. So throughout like your life, I noticed that you had a strong love and connection with mama. Like, what was life like with dad? Was dad around? Like, how did that work out for you? Were there other influential men? Like, what was that for you?
Yeah, no relationship with my biological father. He was alive.
Okay.
He died maybe like 4 years ago.
Okay.
But no relationship, at least not from my middle school ages up.
Okay.
No recollection of it. I know when I was younger, I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and he lived in Winston-Salem, which is like 20-something minutes or miles away. Yeah.
Trey Foe.
So I would go down there as a child, but very faint memories of those moments. I don't have a lot of, I just know I looked like him.
Yeah.
And I heard he could dress really, really well.
Yeah, so
and
you dress.
I dress, if I must say so
If
myself.
I say so myself.
I think I do pretty well for myself.
You do, man of God.
And, but no recollection. So by default, I was always looking for something to fill that void. So it's easy to fill a void when nobody was there to, like my mom's void can't be refilled because she did a great job of keeping it full when she was alive, right? But if a hole was already there, you can't miss what you never had. So I was always in desperate need of some male mentorship.
Yeah.
And I think the first male mentor that I can honestly say that really had an imprint on my life was Jean Piquet.
Yeah.
He was really close with my mom at the time. He gave me an opportunity to sing and showed me the world, man. And he showed me the good, the bad, and the ugly of what this industry could be, what it was, and what it sometimes still is.
Yeah.
I got that from him in 1990 when I dropped out of high school and I ran away from home and moved to Charlotte while my mom was at a Church of God in Christ convention.
So you just left the crib?
We made an agreement. My mama said, you can sing with John as long as because we traveled on the weekend. So we would travel Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come home Sunday night.
Yeah.
As long as you get up for school on Mondays and go to school, you good. Oh yeah, mom, I'm going to school. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Until I was getting home 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I had to be up at 7 for school. I was like, I don't feel like it. Well, you don't feel like singing no more.
Wow.
Until you graduate. Oh, okay, cool. You going to Memphis for the Church of God in Christ convention, right? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Charlotte.
Hey, she in there praying, he ain't staying.
Bro, listen. And I left and she had no idea. And I didn't call my mama for a month. There wasn't no texting and all that social media back then. I didn't call her. Unbeknownst to me, John had already told her, like, I got him. He's good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I was afraid to call home because if I called home, she was going to say, come home. And I was going to go home.
Yeah.
I was come home.
Yeah.
That's my mom. I was afraid of her. Not the
Right,
abusive
yeah.
fear.
I
Just
get it.
respect, the
Yeah.
reverence.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call. And so John was number one. And then I want to say Kurt came in. Kurt came in and became a huge mentor for me.
Kurt Franklin. Wow.
Yes, it's too little to actually be like a big mentor, but he has a huge personality. And that's my guy, man. And he took me under his wings and he taught me a lot. He showed me a lot. He gave me opportunity. And he was one of the first people who cared more about my life than my talent. And that meant the world to me.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't about what could you do for me.
Right.
It was how can I service you as a husband, as a friend, as a man, as a father.
Right.
And so we've done life together for almost 28 years now.
Jeez.
And so that was major for me. And I have a lot of male friends that are like brothers. I didn't have any brothers. I have two older sisters.
Yeah.
So people, of course, men are staring at my guys, Lowell, Brian, Mike. James Fortune is my brother, Todd Galbraith, Eric Dawkins. I have so many, male friends that have been influential in my life. I have friends in my life that tell me things I need to hear, even if I don't want to hear, like friends like Katie Bo.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine that we don't talk often, but when we talk, and we have a real conversation.
Yes.
And he don't care how it come off. But I know it comes from
I just said that.
He don't care. He don't have no. And the older he gets, his filter is less and less.
Right. I don't call
when you know it comes from a good place, you don't really question it.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful what you pray for. I asked God for friends in my life that told me what I needed to hear and not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Because to me, it keeps you balanced.
Yeah.
I'm too stupid to change.
Yeah.
I'm too silly to be arrogant.
Yeah.
So I don't care how much money I make, how much success I have.
Yeah.
The Isaac that you know is the Isaac you always get.
Yeah.
I don't waver. I don't change. I don't care who comes to the room. I'm still gonna be me.
That's dope.
That's how God made me.
Yeah.
I know money changes some people.
Mhm.
And it makes you, it brings out who you really are.
Right.
It makes me sillier.
Stupid.
I want to do I want to just do stupid stuff. Let's just go somewhere because we can now.
Yeah.
So I have people in my life that hold me accountable. And you wrong for that. Make that right. But you wrong, dog. Period.
Yeah.
Make it right. So I think about it. And it's like, yeah.
So I gotta ask you this. So mom is this beacon of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy's not really there.
Mm-mm.
You go into this industry with this huge gift.
Yeah.
I'm sure they noticed it at 12, just like we noticed young cats. When you all were doing Fortune's Talent, like it might be a 13-year-old, and I could just see your face.
Yeah.
Because if you go like, I know you actually got to be good.
I've seen that before.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Like, it's phenomenal. Were there any men in church culture that may have set the wrong example for you, so you end up going down the wrong hole of like, this is the way I treat women, this is the way you do this? Like, did you gravitate to anybody who may have done it wrong, and was there something that you had to fix and retrain and learn when you got married?
That's a great question. I think for me, it wasn't so much a person who showed me anything wrong. It was I raised myself. So when I left home prematurely, didn't have a father figure, never saw a man in the home treat a woman right. It wasn't my life.
Exactly.
My mother got remarried to my amazing stepfather, who took care of my mother until the day she passed away.
Good.
But I was the type of kid that I was like, that's my mama's husband, that ain't my daddy. Because I wanted a relationship with my daddy, right? It wasn't until I got older till I learned to appreciate my stepfather.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And he loved my mama. So, and he did what was right for my mama.
Yeah.
Sometimes people make these decisions on these kids. It's like, these kids go leave.
Exactly.
I gotta be, this is my wife.
Yeah.
And he made the right decision. So I raised myself. So everything I got into, Willie, I got into it off trial and error.
Yeah.
Seeing other dudes do it. Oh, I'm gonna do that. And I've never been a follower,
right?
But I was a follower. I followed people on anything I didn't have experience in.
Got it.
So I was like, oh, so you can, I'm traveling the world at 16 and all these girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because mama was like, church, school.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I ain't go to my junior prom.
Mhm.
I can go to school dances. That was a sin back then. You ain't going to, you ain't dancing.
Really?
You better dance in church.
Hey, family, Willie Moore Jr. here. Real quick, can you subscribe and comment to this channel like right now, real quick? I'm just going to pause and wait on you. Thank you. Back to the show.
I can go to school dances. That was a sin back then. You ain't going to, you ain't dancing.
Really?
You better dance in church. That's the only dance you better pick up and put down, nigga. You know, that's what it was. And so I had to sneak out the house. Like, I used to like girls, and mom was cool with that, but I always liked older girls.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm in the 9th grade talking to a girl that went to A&T.
Yeah.
I was bad. My mom was like,
yeah.
So I'll never forget this story. I was messing with, I didn't have sex with her. I wanted to, but I was a virgin. I was a virgin, so I didn't have sex with her. But I was liking the girls' basketball coach when I was in high school. I was in the 10th grade. She was an adult, which is molestation.
It is. It sounds like it.
But it's really not molestation to a boy when he messes with an older woman.
Never.
It is, but it don't feel like it in your heart. It don't feel like it. You know,
Right.
in your heart, it's like, it's a win. It's a come up. She gonna teach me some things, right? She never touched me, so she's safe.
Yeah.
But I liked her. And my mother found out that I was liking her, and I ended up going to her house one night, and it may have gone down. But my mama, when I tell you, when I look up the word Holy Ghost in the dictionary, her mama picture is right there like this. She had the Holy Ghost, Willie. So I left basketball practice, and I went home with the girls' coach, the girls' basketball coach.
Wow.
And we were there. We went there. I wasn't there 7 minutes. Bro, her phone rang. I looked at her phone. I said, that's my mama. And she looked at me and said, what? I said, that's my mama. It's about 8 o'clock. She answered the phone. And I just heard my mama. Is Isaac? Hi. She's very nice. Hi, this is, is Isaac there? She's like, yes, ma'am. May I speak to him, please? Yes. My mama didn't cuss. Never heard her cuss a day in my life. I don't know where anyway.
I don't know where I got it from.
But my mama said, have your butt downstairs in 10 minutes. I was like, oh, God. Went downstairs. She was so angry and so mad. She didn't even, like, this is the first time I probably didn't get a whooping because she probably would have killed me that night.
Yeah.
But that next day, oh, my God, she took me to school. She got that woman fired. She got me kicked off the team. Oh, my mama went to that place like a Russian mighty wind.
Goodness.
She got that lady fired. She didn't even touch me.
Nancy.
So my mama didn't play no games.
Yeah.
So I was always promiscuous.
Yeah.
Always loved girls. Wasn't a big drinker.
Yeah.
Never really done drugs. Now, I'd never done drugs.
Yeah.
So that wasn't my thing. It was girls.
Yes.
Girls.
I love.
Girls, I do adore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my thing. And I learned through trial and error. So you on the road at 16, 17, traveling the world.
So is it like gospel groupies at 16?
Yeah, this gospel group is at 50. I'm 50. They still out here.
I mean, you coming for the Lord.
They still out here, Doc. They got needs.
They got.
Dog, they got needs.
Why did we do this?
Dog,
What they got?
they got needs. And church groupies. Yeah, and I'm probably giving it away, but I gotta help them. I got to help the brother since God delivered me.
Hey,
Deliver, ring that bell. Do that for me.
Come on, that's your deliverance bell.
So what happens is the saver they come off, the freaky they are.
Really?
If they hit you with the I'm saved, I can't do that. That's just they hear that. They hear. And I always say this, and I say this not to shade, but we try to make it seem as if sin only happens outside the church.
Yes.
And they darkness, we're light. I've seen more darkness in church than I ever saw outside the church.
Wow.
And I can say that because I grew up in church. I didn't grow up in the streets.
Yeah.
I grew up in the hood, but I'm not no hood guy.
Right.
I grew up in the hood, but the hood wasn't in me.
Exactly.
I ain't never shot nobody. I ain't never killed nobody. I wasn't in no gangs. I grew up in church. I was made to go to church every day of my life, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's what I knew. And that's what I know, right? So the things that I saw, Willie, was all in church.
Jeez.
I took part in it, bro. I saw pastors do it. I saw singers do it. I saw missionaries do it. They ain't just guys. The myth is, the dudes. No, women, yeah. So my experience has always been in the church. So I threw myself in. Oh, it swallowed me up, Doc. Pause. It had a hold on me.
It had a hold on.
And it took years and years and years and years and years to rid myself of acting. See, I'm not gonna sanitize this thing as if the desires aren't there.
Right.
But you have to learn how to you got to learn how to pivot from that.
Yeah.
When you get older, you start getting mature and you have more to lose and you're trying to gain more from life and gain more from God. You have to make just good, wise decisions, right? So, but the desire, God don't take the desire. People who like alcohol don't, he took the taste of it. You'll still like it.
I still like it.
You just might not do it.
I just don't do it.
You just don't do it.
Yeah.
So you just have to know what your vices are.
Yeah.
And but I ain't gonna lie, as bad as some decisions I've made, I wouldn't change a thing because Steve Harvey told me this a long time ago. He said, you have to learn how to embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because all of that makes you who you are.
Yeah.
When you get saved, we wanna act like the bad was just, it was so this, and it could have been, but it still cultivated this character that you are now.
Yeah.
It makes you look at things different. It helps you see things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
So for me, the trajectory of my life going upward now is because I chose to make decisions that were better for me, my family, and the people that were in my life. It's not because I'm perfect, but I have been faithful to God. I've been faithful to his call. And I believe that's why he sustained me even through my stupidity.
Yeah. So you got married. So you and Dee been married for how long?
20 years, bro. We just made 20.
So you've been married for 20
You praying for me, huh?
years. Yes, Lord. Come on, somebody.
No, nigga, pray now.
No, I'm Father God. Like, for real.
Pray now.
Like 20
years, man.
So I know that you matured, and, I wasn't privy to the era. Like, when I first came in, it was like, Isaac Carree did this, or this person did this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how
My name was a hot topic.
Yeah, because I was new. I was just like, they do this here? Like, I'm just leaving the hood. See, I'm the total opposite.
Yeah.
Grew up in church, kind of Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday, we back smoking Black and Miles and doing Lord knows what. But how are you able to fight for your family, change things, and keep your family intact when others they let it go or it just didn't work out?
Yeah, here's the thing. It's my wife. My wife
real.
refused to let it go. I disqualified myself so many times, bro.
That's real.
I should be divorced 3 times by the same woman for the things I've done and the positions I put us in, right? But she has fight in her like I've never seen in any woman in my life. She had fight in her that I ain't never seen in my mama. She has fight in her that I've never saw in her mama. So it's like she just refused to let go. She saw more, and she covered me. She wasn't on social media trying to badmouth me, making me look bad. I did a good job of making me look stupid. I feel like you can't get mad at people for talking about you if you take the gun they own, take the bullet, load the gun, cock it, and give it back to them. They go pull the trigger, bro.
That's real.
You can't give people ammunition to get mad when they talk about you.
That's
so
real.
I gave people ammunition, and there was a time in my life I gave people ammunition.
Yeah.
And it was her
That's
fight.
so real.
It was her fight. It was her resilience, bro. And her fortitude is like, I'm fighting for my family. And she fought for me when I didn't have enough fight to fight for myself. I didn't have enough sense to fight for myself. So I give her credit for that, number one. Number two, when you realize you're not gaining anything, you're losing. It's chipping away at you as a person, bro.
Yeah.
It takes so much out of you. You can't sleep. You wonder if somebody gonna say something. You looking over your shoulder. It's stupid. It's just dumb. And I'm not throwing shade like, he's so deliberate now. No, do what you got to do to find out for yourself. But for me, it just took so much energy to live that life. And then I got sick of people just having something to say about me all the time.
Yeah.
But here's the part. I got delivered from people before I got delivered from my stuff.
That's good.
Because here's the thing. People don't really want you to ever do what God called you to do. They want you to do what they want you to do.
Got it.
So you never can please them.
Yeah.
When you understand that no matter what I do, I can stay married for 50 years, they're going to have something to say.
Yeah.
I can get divorced. I knew that was going to happen.
Right.
I can put out a good song. It's cool. But he going to do something crazy. I can put a bad song on. It's because of his lifestyle. God ain't giving him no moment. They gonna always have something to say.
Wow.
So when you understand the culture that you're in, and church culture is different.
Yeah.
See, I've been blessed. I've been talked about by church people.
Mm.
Oh, I thank God for that. There's a difference between being talked about by church people and being talked about by the world.
Yeah.
See, these little blogs over here that talk about you in church, it seems big because you're in the church.
Yeah.
It ain't big, bro.
Yeah.
When TMZ and CNN talk about you,
Right.
you don't want that smoke.
They don't want that smoke.
That ain't the smoke you had. So I've had church talk.
Yeah.
And thank God I changed my life. And I'm still a work in progress. I'm changing every day. I think, the Bible talks about dying daily to your flesh, right? So it's a work in progress. But I am so happy of the decisions I've made to fight for my life, to fight for my family, to fight for my name.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. And I wonder all the time, Willie, like 31 years and counting that I've been doing this professionally.
31 years.
31 years. And it's like, yo, I've seen them come and go, boy. I've seen the hot songs and then there's nothing. I've seen the artists come and then they trying to get back. I'm like, God, what is it about me that you still have me relevant? You still have Willie Moore calling me. I can sit down with Willie. I can sit down on Tank's podcast. I can sit down on B. Simone's podcast.
Yeah.
All these other Crystal Renee and all these people, opportunities, tours. What is it about me that you still call me?
Yeah.
See, I don't take that for granted.
No, that's
and
real.
I don't take that lightly, bro.
Yeah.
Why do you still call me? What is it about me? And I'm still unveiling that answer, but the answers that I've gotten thus far is there's just more.
Yeah.
There's more.
There's more to you.
There's more to you. You haven't even reached the pinnacle of where I want you to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
If I mess up, I'm going to get up. I'm going to keep going. And I learned something from a non-believer. I ain't gonna say non-believer because he could be a believer.
could
He's
be
just
a
not a
believer.
church.
He's not a church culture guy.
Church culture guy. So
Yeah.
I hate that lingo,
Yeah.
non-believer. But but I learned something from Kevin Hart, bro. He had a situation where he messed up with his wife, and he did a documentary. It was one of the greatest documentaries I've ever seen on Netflix.
Yeah,
called "Don't F This Up."
Yep.
And I watched this documentary, bro, and he said, "You can talk about me like a dog. I did it. I messed up." He said, "It's so arrogant for us to want the praise, but can't take the criticism."
Right.
He said there's a sense of arrogance in that. For you want everybody around you to praise you for everything you do great. In the moment that you put yourself in a situation where you give people ammunition to talk about you,
right,
then you want to play victim. No, you got to take that with the same fervor that you take the praise.
Yeah.
Because if not, there's a sense of arrogance and entitlement that you have.
Yeah.
He said, so when I learned how to take it and embrace it, he said it freed me quicker. So now it's like, you can't hold nothing over my head.
Yeah.
I'll tell on myself before you hold. I will tell it all before you try to blackball me.
Yeah.
More Love You More podcast after this.
You know, all relationships start off beautiful. The love is so intense in the beginning until life happens. No matter how disciplined you are, temptation is everywhere. And we all have to fight with our internal monsters. And sometimes we fall into the trap and we hurt the ones we say we love the most. As you get older, loved ones pass away and you're left to live life with a void that you never really anticipated. For some reason, people never talk about the parts of you that die when your loved one leaves the earth. It's so easy to lose who you are in the midst of all of this. I lost myself because I forgot to love myself. I'd like to take you on a journey in hopes that you can learn how to love you more.
Wow. To check out the first episode, log on to loveyoumore.com.
I'll tell on myself before you hold. I will tell it all before you try to blackball me.
Yeah.
My wife ain't gonna leave me. My friends ain't gonna leave me.
Yeah, that's so real.
All that, I gotta worry about some church people talking about me.
Bro.
I can't live my life like that. I gotta live my life holistically and happy, bro. And that's why I'm so happy. Anybody who didn't add value to my life are not in my life anymore.
Wow.
Some by choice and some by force. But whatever it was, they are not in my life. And the circle of people that I have in my life, they add value. I have no liabilities. I have all assets in my life. All my friends are assets. They make me better. They add value to my life. My pastors, Pastor Darius, Pastor Shamika, they add value to my life. I'm good. I don't need no new friends. I ain't taking no applications. Any friends that come in my life, it has to be organic.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking for nothing. Bro, I'm 50. And when you get my age, it's like, I'm good. If God take me today, I've had a great life. Don't take me today, God.
Yeah, don't take him today.
Don't take me tomorrow.
I got to get a hook from him, Lord, before.
Don't take me no time soon.
Yeah.
But I've lived a great life.
Yeah.
And when you get that, you just take every moment so seriously, so different. So I respect everybody. I don't hate bloggers. They got a job to do. Do what you do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I do. Everybody live a life. I don't care about what nobody else got going on. Don't tell about nobody else's business because I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can be sleeping with a cat. I don't care.
Please don't sleep with a cat. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. I don't care what you do.
What would 50-year-old Isaac Carree tell 35-year-old Isaac Carree?
That's a crazy question. I just saw this on an interview yesterday on Instagram. Somebody asked LeBron James, what would 41-year-old tell 18-year-old LeBron?
Yeah.
And I never would have answered the question like that until I heard it. But perspective is everything.
Yeah.
Context is everything. His answer, and I'm gonna do my answer now. His answer was I wouldn't tell him anything because he was raised right by a single mother who worked her butt off to make everything happen. She set him up. She taught him right. He never went without. He had a good head on his shoulder. Yeah, he made some mistakes along the way, but he stayed laser focused.
Yeah.
And 41-year-old LeBron would not be where he is if 18 LeBron wasn't where he was.
Yeah.
And I would say 50-year-old Isaac would tell 35-year-old Isaac, yeah, you made some dumb decisions, but those are the cards that was dealt to you. You can't avoid that. You have to learn how to make sure that the next generation is coming up, you teach them what you did so that they don't have to go through what you went through. They can go over what you went through. I grew up in an era where they said you have to pay your dues. And paying your dues were, you got to go through everything we went through to earn your stripes, which I think is the stupidest thing anybody ever told me. And I was told that all the time.
Yeah, you gotta pay your dues.
I'm not gonna make my children pay dues.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell my child what not to do so you can go over and avoid and around things I had to go through. So what was this generation that was telling me you gotta pay your dues, you gotta go through this, we used to do that? You did it, so I won't have to do it.
Exactly.
So that's what I would tell 35-year-old Isaac. Make sure that you pay it forward. Make sure that the dumb things you did, the mistakes you made, even the triumphs, tell people the truth.
Yeah.
In business, I got this opportunity because I did this and I didn't have to do this. I would tell them everything. It's not always the negative things that you tell the younger person. It's the positive things so they can take it further. So that's what I would do. That's what I would say. And I live a happy life, man. I'm not where I want to be, but that's just a matter of hard work, dedication. Keep going, keep living. I'll get there.
Yeah, musically, you had so many different deals. Of course, in the middle of it, it rose to the top. You write for everybody. There's not a studio session that I don't see with some gospel artists that if they pan the camera, Ike's over there with a pen. So, like everywhere your feet are, your hands are not seen all the time. Has there ever been a time where you kind of sit back and say, well, dang God, like, I mean, I'm serving all these people. Like, I need my just due. Like, when is somebody gonna be the baker and say, hey man, it's a dude, Joseph, who actually, like, are you ever like, because I know there were some other people who may not have given the credit that's done.
Yeah.
Like, but have you ever like kind of felt like, man, God, I just need my.
Yeah. I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, I just got delivered from that thought process.
Because you did have it.
I did have it.
Okay.
I had it. There's a phrase that's been coined in our industry that everybody needs an Ike.
Yes, I've heard
everybody
it.
needs an Ike.
Yeah.
You know, everybody needs, if my friends don't praise me like Ike praised me, I don't want them. If my friends don't support me like Ike support them, I don't want it. And I love that. And I used to use, I took it as an insult. It was like, Ike need an Ike. Ike needs an Ike. Who's my Ike? Until God changed my perspective on that. It's like, yo, wear that as a badge of honor. Wear that as a badge of honor. I have the spirit of encouragement.
You do.
I do, bro. I've owned it. It's like a gift of the spirit. I have the spirit of encouragement, I don't mind pushing my friends.
You don't.
Willie, I want you to win. I don't want this to be the biggest inspirational podcast. I want this to be the biggest podcast show, television show in the world.
Yeah.
I want you to make billions of dollars.
Mhm.
Because if you win, I win.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you got to give me anything. That doesn't mean you owe me anything. You don't.
Yeah.
But I feel like I played a part in it because I was able to push him without my hands out, without looking for anything in return.
Mhm.
I think God blesses those who bless others.
Yeah.
And I have been positioned, again, just a revelation. Back to the other question. I am where I am today because I serve other people.
You do.
It doesn't take away from me to share my platform with somebody. It elevates me. I think gospel is the only genre of music that struggles in that area.
And that's not what we're supposed to do.
And we preach the very opposite of what we actually do.
Yeah.
Bro, so let's go down the list real quick. Baby put on Wayne.
Yep.
Wayne put on Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Drake's put on plethora of people.
Yeah.
Let's say Dr. Dre put on Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem put on 50.
Yeah.
The list goes on and
yeah.
on. Barry Gordy, the Jacksons, Lionel Richie. You go down the list of people. That's R&B, hip hop. They do it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like it was a moment. Andre Crouch presents the Winans. Andre Crouch got the Hawkins family their first record deal with Light Records. Nobody don't know that.
Mm.
He had another deal. He said, before you renew my deal, give them this deal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we heard Walter Hawkins' Love Alive 1. These people ain't endorsing these artists no more.
That's true.
What artists are endorsing people? They might produce you. They might do a song with you, but they not saying, hey, I had my heyday. This is that guy. Yeah. Willie's my guy. Here are my connections. Put him on. Instead of me hosting this show, give it to Willie.
Yeah.
Instead of me hosting this radio show, give it to KD. Mm-hmm. Instead of me hosting this television show, give it to Ike. Kevin Hart's doing it. Kevin Hart could have hosted Hollywood Squares. Give it to DC Young Fly. I'll let my production company do it. Give it to DC Young Fly.
Yeah.
They do it everywhere, but we struggle with doing it because there are few opportunities and there's a lot of people trying to get them.
Yeah.
So if I give you my opportunity, I don't have one anymore. And I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
God blesses those. He creates opportunities for people who create opportunities for others.
Yeah.
So I believe that I may never win a Grammy. I may never win these prestigious awards that people have win. I would love to. That's why I still do music. I hate people like, it's not about the award, it's about the reward. Well, then stop submitting your albums in the, Drake has never won a Grammy?
Right, yeah.
He's never won a Grammy.
Yeah.
Drake has never won a Grammy.
Why?
You know why he's never won a Grammy?
Why?
Because he never puts his album in consideration to be nominated.
Mm.
You don't have to put your albums in these categories.
Yeah.
You can literally do an album and be like, I don't want to nominate it. On to the next.
Yeah.
You and your label make sure that you're in these categories. So that when you lose, don't get super spiritual. It's not about the award, it's about the reward. No, it's about the award too. You live your life right to get the reward. Yeah. You do this music right so you can get an award. Let's just stop lying and sanitizing it. Let's keep it real. If you lose, you hurt.
Yeah.
You ain't mad. You ain't losing no friends over it, hopefully. But it does bother you because we're human.
Yeah.
So I would love an award.
Yeah.
But I understand that if I don't get there, that's not the only way I can win.
Yeah.
Bro, you can win in life by helping people. There are more people that are millionaires and billionaires that we don't even know their names.
Yeah.
Because they're behind the scenes, they're behind the camera, they're behind the opportunity, they're behind this act, this movie, this show, this team.
Yeah.
And they got money, bro.
Yeah. Big money.
But our culture wants to be in front.
Yes.
So we are swallowed by this whole concept of I don't just want the money. I want you to see me.
Yeah.
I used to feel like that, Willie.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that no more. I like walking through the mall, nobody bother me.
Yeah.
I like going to the airport, nobody bother me. I'm grateful when people recognize me.
Yeah.
I don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
But if you gave me a choice today, here's the money, here's the fame, I'll take the money and go on about my business.
Wow.
Because less people want stuff, less people bothering you, and you can live your life.
Yeah.
So it's all about perspective. And I'm not knocking those who you can want both, cool. For me, I'm just like, I can help people without necessarily getting an award. I can make money. I can be successful. I can build a legacy for myself. Mm-hmm. Charles Barkley is amazing. He's never won an NBA championship.
Never won a championship.
But he works more than any other veteran other than Shaq that played the game.
Facts.
He's a winner.
Yeah.
He didn't win in that, but he's winning in life.
No, that's real.
So I want to win in life.
Yeah.
And there's ways that you can win in life, but you have to help other people. That's why I support. That's why I call them their sessions when they call me. That's why I go on their tours when they call me, because I want to help people. And everybody don't want to help people because a lot of people didn't help me. I work with a lot of people that did not help me. A lot of people used me. They didn't help me. There are others that did help me while using me. Because here's the thing. You gonna get used.
You gonna get used.
Getting used ain't bad.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you have a job and you work for somebody, you're getting used.
Yeah.
But it's how they use you
Yeah.
that makes it, okay, it's cool.
It's cool. You won.
Yeah,
I
you
won.
won.
We both won.
We
It was
won.
a mutual win.
It's a mutual win. So it's perspective.
So did you is it in, you want to have a Cat Williams moment? Somebody who used you and it's like still middle finger to him? I'm just joking. Don't do it.
Oh, I'm about to go Cat Williams, dog. I thought you wanted a me out moment. Everybody trying to get these cats on these shows now.
Hey, for real.
I got a list. I got a gospel. No,
He got a gospel gangster list. Guys, listen, here's the thing. I know that many times when I come on here, like I don't often have like personal testimonies, but the year's like 2011 and I'm signed to Motown Gospel. I'm fresh off of hip hop, right? So I still got this hip hop edge. I still love God, still cuss a lot, only a little bit now. And then of course I'm just really tarrying with Jesus, right? Like I'm really tarrying for Jesus. And they take me out to this concert in LA and it's like I don't fit the culture at all. Like we got on tight t-shirts, ball caps or what have you. And it's all these great singers and they say, come to the stage, it's P-Dub. My name is P-Dub at that time. And we have this song called Young, Fly, and Saved. It's blowing up in the Midwest. The children are loving it. I'm a youth pastor. I'm doing my thing. In fact, it's this guy who works my sound. He goes by the name of Mike Todd, who's now the pastor of Transformation. Like he's that guy. And so we got this thing. We get a deal. Mike, we got a deal. We about to blow up. He produces a record. We go out to LA to the Merge Conference. And they put our music on and you could hear a pin drop. And I got this ball cap on to the side and I'm doing my young fly, did it. And it's a bop, it's all good. But they're used to a certain sound. Molly Music, love him to life. He's the guy at the time. And I feel so bad when I'm up because it's crickets. They just looking at us and I'm used to the crowd rocking because that's what we've been doing. And it's just one guy, he's in the front row with a black suit on and a black shirt. It's all tailored up. And he just get up and do this the whole time. And I just got a little energy so I could finish. And I was so thankful for that moment because I was so afraid. And that guy was Isaac Carree.
Wow.
And I never forgot that moment. And no matter what had happened in his life or what have you, I just always remember that time when he became my Barnabas. And he just decided to say, hey, y'all might not understand it, but this what these kids, I got kids. You know what I mean? He kept saying, nigga, I got kids. Nigga, I know this what they on. And I was like, thank you so much. I didn't know it was Isaac Carree until later on we go to the hallway and he has a record that's blowing up and they trying to give him all type of deals. He was like, man, you gonna have to come with a check, doc. That's the only thing. He tells Larry Blackwell, you gonna have to come with a check, doc, if you want this. And I was like, who is he? And he was like, it's Isaac Carree. And I just never forgot. And I wanna let you know that maybe you're in a position right now where you have so many great things going on, but I want you to have a keen eye of discernment on who God is challenging you to bless. Because a lot of times you never know who people are going to become, and there may be an opportunity for you to build a bridge with that person. Hey, I know, listen, pride is an evil thing, but if you stay true to who you are throughout all of this, even then pride happens. But this is what I believe. Pride is gonna make an excuse. Humility will make an adjustment. My challenge for you today is to let humility make that adjustment in your job, in your house, with your friends, and with your family members, because the greatest among us will serve. Every time I come to any tour, the man with the mic is Isaac Carree. The man that I walk when it's time to go and you walking with Kurt, he be like, hey, we're Ike. And everybody's looking for him because he offers something that's so much bigger than just his gift. He offers loyalty and he offers honor to those of us who need it because we don't know who to trust. So maybe you too can be the Barnabas that your friends may need. I always tell you, if you don't have a team for what you want to do, it may be time for you to join one. And this is a great blueprint right now for you to join a team and serve. Isaac, I really do appreciate you being a part of this show, man. It changed my life forever. Whenever I get a chance to hear you talk comedically, And you just got this thing. And I think it bleeds over in TV. I think it bleeds over in international ministry. Your pen is always gonna win a Grammy because you're just great at it. And I just think you at the cusp. Thank you for being so real and honest with real is hard to find. And I appreciate you being real. Thank you, bro, for hanging out with me.
Thank you, bro. I honor you, bro.
Yeah.
When you came on the radio, bro.
Yeah.
It was a crazy time. People were lobbying for this gig.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
And bro, when you got in there, bro, I was like, he ain't just good at what he do.
Yeah.
He a good dude.
Man, thank you, bro.
You a good dude.
Thank you.
And you always gonna have, and doors will always open for you because of your heart, bro.
Man, I appreciate it.
I love you, man. Thank you so much.
Love. Family, listen, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you want to be a part of our Patreon community, you should. The details are in the YouTube description. And then finally, listen, share, subscribe. And here's my question for you. Put it in the comments what you learned from this interview. I know you learned a lot, but I want to know about 2 or 3 different things. But coming up on Wednesday, I'm going to dig in the comments and I'm going to comment on some of the things that you post in here. So it's important that if I preach, you pull. If I teach, you tug. Leave a comment, all right? Flat out. Yes, Lord. You know I got to keep it real with you. But what I want you to do is I want to make sure that you share this, you comment, you click like, engage with us. Listen, everybody wants to be celebrated, not just tolerated. Don't just tolerate us, celebrate us by liking, sharing, and commenting. Can't do it without you. That's all you gotta do. Just click it. Do that for me. See you next week. Flat out.
Love you more, love you more.